Welcome to episode 242 of the Overlook Hour. I am your host, Clark Little. Along with me, as always, is the man over in Oakland, California. I am currently looking at him via video internet access. I don't know why I put a T at the end of that. It's Randy Michaelstadt.
That's me. Yeah, I'm here in Oakland, California, where once again I slept through protests that went to the Dublin Honda. They broke one of the glass walls and set a fire to a car too. At least the indoors of it. They broke some windows and probably threw a Molotov or something into a car. Yeah. I slept through the whole thing again. And it is not far. It's a stone throw from my house.
What is going on? I know. What is going on with that poor car dealership?
It's rough, man. I know we're downtown adjacent, so when bad things happen, protests start downtown, and then they kind of make their way up here.
In downtown, making my way to a protest. Downtown. Also joining us via internet access of video variety is Russell John Fisher. Russell, hello.
What up?
That's it?
Well, you sound like shit. When we came back...
I do?
Yeah.
You mean like my actual vocal cords or
No,
access?
the mic's built into your laptop.
What do you want me to do? I'm out here on the road, dude.
Nothing. It was just distracting in that intro.
I know. Well, you guys froze up. I felt like Randy took 2 weeks to answer back. I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry. He'll fix it in post.
Well, as long as we don't have a delay. There was a delay when it was just me and Randy as I was trying to figure out how to get my Bluetooth earbuds to work. Joining us on the show this week is writer, director, actor, producer. He does it all. His name is Thomas Burke. Thomas was... we were fortunate enough to have one of Thomas's films showcased at the Unnamed Footage Festival fundraiser for Forgotten Found Footage Films a few weeks ago. His film Camping Fun, we showed that. So we talked a good bit about that film with him. And he also shares with us his vast knowledge of the Fast and Furious
franchise
footage. Of the found footage variety. I wanted to say fast food because I literally is looking at this McDonald's bag as I was saying that. It's a long day.
This is going to be a weird fucking episode. We've recorded in a backward style, and you're in a new state, and your energy is quickly depleting. It's going to be good.
Yeah. So when we talked to Thomas, I was in California. Then I had to go to Arizona. So now we're recording the intro after we've already recorded the second intro. Also, we should probably have a better name for that, as we've been doing this for 3 years, doing this type of show. I don't know.
It's been confusing for 4 years. Like the intro. Which one?
I know. Intro 1 or intro 2?
That is a good point.
All right, so stay tuned for all that stuff. But before we get to that, it's Oksana's turn to tell us about movies that are out.
Should probably come up with a name for that too.
It's called Oksana's Bullshit.
All right.
You can leave it open-ended. I can just talk about whatever.
Within a reasonable time frame, sure.
Okay, well, you're lucky. There's not that much coming out this weekend that I'm going to talk about. But opening this Friday, the 23rd, is Bloodthirsty. It will be in select theaters and also streaming on the same day. Whoa.
Here, can I read that synopsis?
Yes.
Gray is an indie singer who is having visions that she is a wolf. There's 2 more sentences. I'm not going to read them.
Her name is Gray?
Gray. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, I wish you was an alien, not a wolf.
She may be illegal.
Okay.
This looks like it's got Randy written all over it.
Does it?
No, not at all. But Gray, the indie singer, would definitely be on this Spotify.
Randy, what kind of collar's on that shirt, dude?
It's called a V-neck.
It's not even a
That's not
V-neck.
a
It's just like
V-neck.
it's more open. I don't know. It's nice when it's hot out.
It's a
Dude,
loose V-neck.
That's an intense collar, dude.
They call it a roast beef collar.
It's very thin. I like it. I could never wear that type of shirt in 1,000,000 years.
You couldn't. If you wore it, there'd be cleavage. It'd be completely different.
I know. I don't have tits, dude.
Nah.
Oksana, movie 2.
So the tagline for this is music should be more than skin deep. So maybe it is.
Sure.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
You have to watch to find out.
Alright.
So that's
Pass.
Bloodthirsty opening Friday the 23rd. Also opening Friday the 23rd, Demon Slayer the movie.
Keep going.
Mugen Train?
Mugen Train? I don't know.
I have no idea.
It's an animated feature. Clark.
We'll never know because neither one of you can read.
Okay, it's Mugen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so that's gonna be in theaters Friday the 23rd.
Are you just not doing
That's
this?
all we get?
I mean, I could read it.
After his family was brutally murdered and his sister turned into a demon, Tanjiro? How do you say his name?
Tanjiro. I don't know. Tanjiro Komodo.
His journey as a demon slayer began.
My sister's
you-
gonna kill me.
You didn't have to read that.
She already has her ticket. She's had her tickets for this for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's a very popular anime series that Dan
Oh,
talks my ear off about. He's not even.
Bury
He doesn't
the
even really
lead.
like it. Yeah. No, my sister. Actually, if you dig up the episode that we had Dan on doing Danime, I think he talked about this before it came over to America. So we're there first on the indie films. We're there first on the horror films and the anime now.
Danime. Classic
Danime.
episode.
Yeah, that betting music was so good. I can't remember it at all, but
It was
him
good.
talking, he just powered through it too. He gets it. He's a weirdo though. Love Dan. All right, what else you got? Actually, where's that playing out here?
I believe it should be at like
Because I doubt the Kabuki's open.
no. I think it's just in regular theaters.
I think
Actually,
the Kabuki is open.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I think
Isn't the
it is.
Kabuki an AMC theater?
Kabuki's
Yeah.
Kabuki's an AMC now.
All right.
Yeah, but it's playing it all like Cinemark,
Oh
Century.
shit. Then why did my sister buy it like 2 months in advance? And why did it sell out that early?
I don't know if it's
'Cause-
sold out.
We live in a stupid world, dude.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe we should go watch it.
I'm not watching anime.
What? You watched Redline? You liked it?
You forced me to watch it. You forced me to watch it like Stanley Kubrick style.
What? How? Oh, Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
The Ludovico treatment.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? You both get punished.
The Shining is a good movie.
Yeah.
All right.
Redline's great. Also, I should mention that former guest, forever friend, family member, Jasadi, texted me. He texted me 2 things. He said, 1, hey, have you all ever heard of Snow on the Bluff? And I wanted to reach through the phone and choke him. And then I said, bitch, if you'd been listening to the podcast recently, I think like 4 weeks ago, we were talking about how Snoop Dogg got sued over making a sequel or something. And he responded with, fuck you, that movie's great, it should have won an Oscar. And then he started breaking, and I don't know, there's a miscommunication. The other thing, he said, thank you for turning me on to Perfect Blue. I don't fuck with these anime movies, but I love that.
I
So
could
once
watch.
again-
I could probably watch Perfect Blue. I'm
You
not
haven't?
watching. No, because you said something that your DVD's weird or something.
I have it on Blu-ray, I have it on DVD, and I have it on VHS.
I don't know if you should say that publicly.
There is a laser disc. If you find out where one is, let me know. I gotta complete it.
Randy, real quick, What is this koala bear situation?
It's my blackout curtain.
And it's two koala bears?
It's an old hand-me-down blanket from my family.
Swinging from a
qualified,
eucalyptus leaf?
Yeah.
Do y'all remember that fool? We worked with a dude who had a shirt that said qualified to party.
Yes.
We also worked with a dude who had a shirt that said mount and do me.
The best one is which came first, the chicken or the egg? And it's an egg humping a chicken.
That's pretty good. All right, Oksana, anything else?
No.
All right. For any questions, queries, concerns, or comments, please direct those to podcast at overlooktheater.com. Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, the other one. Find us, like us, comment, tell a friend, tell an enemy. It's not any of my business what you do on your own personal time. The Overlook Hour is available on Facebook as The Overlook Hour. The Overlook Hour is available on YouTube as The Overlook Theater. The Overlook Hour is available on Instagram as The Overlook Theater. And The Overlook Hour is available on Twitter as The Overlook Hour. Find us, like us, comment, tell a friend, tell an enemy. Randy.
The type of t-shirt I am wearing is called a raw neck tee from an undisclosed location, as they're not a sponsor.
Raw neck?
Not the best name, but that's what it's called.
That sounds gross, man. Oh my god. All right, Randy, take her home.
My hand hovered over the mouse. If I clicked, he would die. A little late on the thunder there, aren't you?
I'm not used to it. Also, what the hell are you doing in Arizona?
Well, you know, I can't go anywhere without Claude. He's my management, so he's away, I'm away too.
So
We got two.
They paid.
Well, we got two beds.
Oh, what the fuck,
Hell yeah.
dude! I can't believe you got your work to pay for that, Clark.
Well, you know, they just know that it's a package deal with us too. Unfortunately,
What did you do? Bring him as a carry-on?
surprisingly, he fit in the carry-on luggage without a problem.
Your MacBook mic doesn't pick up the ice nearly as much as the one here.
Yeah, well, it was my kneecaps were in my eye sockets the whole time.
Now, does he?
I had to
be
put
in
him
the-
in my backpack.
Is he going to be in the room the whole time we do this now?
No,
Where are
No,
you going
it's-
to sit in the bathroom?
yeah, he's gonna go in the bathroom that I can't figure out. So hit the door. All right, I'm gonna go now. Russell, hit the button.
All right.
Yeah, that bathroom's a nightmare, dude. I tried to take a shower in there, and for 5 minutes, I stood there trying to get the water hot. And I was like, is the water not hot? So I went to the sink, knowing that the left is hot. So I turned the left on. It got hot, and and then I just started. It was one of those weird things where it's like the nozzle sticks out, but it's like all like swivelly. How you do it? And so then I shut it off and I pulled it back up again, and then it was boiling hot. And I couldn't get it cold. I couldn't get it lukewarm. It went from freezing to boiling hot. I didn't think a shower could be worse than one at our place, but it is.
You want to give some context as to where the hell you are?
I'm in stupid ass Phoenix, Arizona.
That's
They
our new
told me-
headquarters.
We are recording this intro on a Sunday, and I was notified on a Thursday that my services were needed in Phoenix, Arizona for an undisclosed business arrangement.
Well, you know, first it was Rogan, then it was Ben Shapiro, then it was Timmy D. Now it's the Overlook boys. We're getting out of here.
Shapiro moved his ass to Nashville. Are we going to Phoenix?
Well, what about your other? Who moved to New Jersey?
Diaz.
Oh yeah, you want to do that?
Hell no.
No.
Finally, something we all agree on.
Well, Vito's out there.
Oh God, he went to Jersey.
Hmm.
So Madeline and Vito were out there.
Also, well, also, I just learned that Southern New Jersey has the biggest rodeo in the United States.
Oh, and you didn't change your mind.
There's a lot of cowboys in Southern New Jersey, apparently.
All right. Well, this is weird. What's your hotel look like? I know you got 2 beds in there. It doesn't look too bad. What are you at? A Holiday Inn?
No, Sheraton.
Ah, never been.
It's all right. There's you want to take a you want to take
Yeah, why
a
not?
tour? All right. Here's a picture of some fucking landscape bullshit.
Nice.
Here's a TV. Oh, now here's a picture. We've got 4 pictures here. One of a hot air balloon. Oh, there's a very good picture of a horse on the edge of a cliff.
That's pretty tight.
And we've got Grand Canyon, and then I don't know what that is. Is that a coronavirus?
I think they're, what are they? Crop marks? What do they call those?
Crop circles.
Crop circles. There we go.
No, it looks like some sort of wrought iron design.
Yeah, agreed.
Y'all
we
just
have
don't know
a-
aliens, dude.
I have an empty closet, which I was hoping there was a bathrobe in there. There is not.
Or a rope.
Or rope. I don't want to die in Phoenix, dude. And here's a horrible bathroom. I hate this bathroom.
Man, you look comfy in there.
This very intense mirror, so I can swim. Oh, look at that, dude.
And you didn't bring your manscape.
I know. I didn't check my bag. I should have.
All right. Well, how the hell are we gonna do this? It feels weird already.
This is great.
Oh God.
Best episode yet, dude.
No, I hope it's short, man. I'm tired. My head hurts.
All right. Well, I've got a movie. You've got nothing. Randy's talking TV show.
Yeah.
So, now that I have the soundboard back for a week, I had to load some audio on there. So go ahead, sit down, Clark. Get comfortable. You're gonna be over there for a week.
I'm going on. I'm good. I'm getting into the bed, dude. I don't care.
We should have been recording on my laptop. Actually, nobody wants to see this shit. Oh God, that is such an unpleasant angle, Clark.
Is that better?
No, I don't want to be on camera unless it's like to read if you're paying attention or not.
There.
All right. Well, here I pulled a clip for you. I've been listening to a lot of great podcasts. One of them, In Your Own
Ben
Backyard.
Shapiro, apparently.
Yeah, right. No, I can't stand that dude. No,
There's a that's all here. He fucking bobs that head so much his little yarmulke's gonna pop off.
dude, when his like WAP rebuttal came up,
Oh my
it was
God.
so annoying. I can't stand him.
I don't know. It sounds like it's a vagina with some sort of disorder. Idiot.
I forgot that was literally what he said.
Yeah.
Man,
And they're like, and everyone was like, Ben Shapiro, you've never made a vagina wet in your life.
dude, I mean, that's pretty legit. Now, damn it, I had a podcast thing I wanted to talk about, and then I just remembered one. I call it it's like a true crime podcast if it was like hosted by Randy.
So it's boring.
Is this better?
Hold on. It's called Their Own Backyard. Or no, it's called Your Own Backyard. Up here at Cal Poly, are you familiar with that school, Clark?
Tangentially.
Okay. Well, there was a student went missing named Kristen Smart. And the case was just one of those, like, it went cold. Like, they never figured anything out. She was seen leaving a party with the dude, and then that guy was like the only suspect they had. And
What timeline we talking, dude?
I think it was the 90s. Can you go
I
back
was a baby.
Memorial Weekend 96. And
So let's see. Surge was a thing.
what? Oh, the drink.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I had in the San Francisco airport, I had a Gatorade in a can.
What?
Wow, what was it cold?
It was great. It was so cold. Honestly, top 5 Gatorades of my life.
Yeah, well, cold aluminum is the best way to drink anything, I think.
Dude, I would kill for a Gatorade in a can right now. It was great.
Anyway, in that your own backyard, a dude who lived near Cal Poly he started the podcast because every day he would walk by this old billboard that was a wanted sign for Kristen Smart, and eventually he just decided to take up the case, like you know how they do. And what last weekend they made 2 arrests on it because of his podcast. Now it's only I think 6 episodes long, and I'm 1 deep. But man, he struck me as if Randy was inspired to like help bring down a criminal. And there's a moment where he drives down to LA to meet a dude that was at the party that she was last seen at, and he's forced by the car dealership. The only car they had was a Mustang. And he's recording in it complaining about driving a Mustang and how he's worried he's going to look like a douche.
So
And dude, it's so good. I would recommend checking it out. It feels very organic, except the way that it's mixed feels very fucking like NPR S-Town, kind of like way overproduced, and it's a little annoying, but dude, Randy, check it out. I think you'll get a kick out of it. I think Clark would get bored. Also, Clark, are your headphones wireless?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's just walking around the room right now.
God.
Yeah, Look, man, I had to turn the AC on. It got hot in here the 5 minutes I didn't have it on.
And now you're even closer to it.
I know.
All right, I'll be quick. Anyway, I was listening.
I just farted. Did y'all hear that?
No.
Dude, my teeth look white on this camera, dude.
Yeah, it's got filters built in.
Don't
Also,
be
you're
hurtful, dude.
colorblind.
I take care of my shit, dude.
Anyway, are you still like pumped up on Clubhouse? I don't know if Tim Dillon's still covering it at all.
Oh, dude, no. So Tim Dillon said Clubhouse is dead.
What? Why?
He said the experiment's over. No one cares. Clubhouse is dead.
Damn. Okay. Well,
He said it was hot for a couple weeks, but it can't last.
dude. Okay. Well, I was listening to a crypto podcast called Up Only, and they grew out of crypto Twitter, and they had Mark Cuban on, and they started like this question came up about if him and other bigwigs kind of like traded advice, and I pulled this clip. It's a minute long. It made me think of you, Clark. So hold on, let me turn on this thing. Here we go.
Is there like a billionaire WhatsApp group where you're like, bro, check out this new ICO, Dentacoin. It's the coin for dentists. It's gonna go to the moon, and you like send each other the shit.
Yeah, no, not really like a Telegram or Discord, but there's like a bunch of us on Snaps, and we just, do streaks all day long.
That's
so every
amazing.
night I got Bill Gates the streaks, and Warren Buffett gets my little S for streaks, and and then Warren Buffett always likes to show his toes and stuff like that. Chamath, is trying to get in the group, but Bill Gates won't let him in, so it's just like.
So you're saying there's like a secret billionaire Snapchat group that you're unveiling to the world?
Pretty much, yeah. So it's all the dudes, because there's all this competition to get into the New World Order and the Trilateral Mission, and they won't let normal people in, right? You got to be. So we decided to have our own alternative, and that was just the Snap group.
Dude, that's why.
Who's that? Is that Mark Cuban?
I was about to say,
Yeah,
that's
Mark
what he
Cuban.
sounds like?
Yeah, that was Cuban.
I don't think I've ever heard him speak.
Wait, really?
Wait, you don't Shark Tank, bro?
No, never have.
You're not a Dallas Mavericks fan,
I like his
bro?
cinema chain, though. He's got landmarks, right?
Does he still?
He used to, at least.
Dude, he actually was talking about NFTs in that episode because he's been buying some, and he was talking about how the technology will actually benefit ticketing for sporting events. Do you remember? I was trying to talk your ear off about that.
Yeah.
I know, dude. I'm telling you, Clubhouse died because they all got on Cuban's Snapchat link or whatever the fuck they do there.
I'm not gonna do a Snapchat.
Well, they wouldn't invite you. They got Warren Buffett, dude.
Hey man, I supported the Dallas Mavericks.
Do you support blocking the sun out with a bunch of chemicals that we spread into the atmosphere to mimic the acts of a volcano?
Well, didn't Bill Gates want to do that? He wanted to shoot a missile of dust into the sun or some
Yeah,
shit.
have a fleet of planes fly to help
Yeah.
cool the whole planet.
Yeah, I just love how we're totally cool with Bill and whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, I hope somebody would be like, dude, you can't just do whatever you want because you have a ton of money.
Yeah, somebody needs to keep their eye on Billy Gates. Randy, I nominate you.
Speaking of Bill Gates, how's my connection, guys? I just got 5G over the weekend, if you know what I'm saying.
I couldn't tell.
I got a COVID vaccine on Saturday morning.
Oh, it came with the 5G?
Yep.
Yeah, it came with the 5G.
Yeah, I'm calling you guys from a Windows computer now too. So.
Whoa.
Yeah, it works.
Wait,
Dude.
what the hell? What? Okay, there's a lot to unpack, dude. So you're vaccinated. You got 5G and your Windows now, dude.
Yeah, dude. Bill Gates is the one putting these vaccines in us, right?
Oh my god,
dude! I think all of them are the mark of the beast. So you got over Mark.
I can't tell if Clark doesn't know that I'm doing a bit or not.
I know.
Oh, nope.
I couldn't tell.
I get it now.
I did get vaccinated, but the rest is a bit.
Which one?
Pfizer.
Moderna. Oh, Pfizer.
Now, Pfizer, they're not asking for a third one now, right? Moderna is already.
I haven't heard for either.
Are they?
Yeah, they're saying it might be an annual celebration of a jabbing.
So what are they going to do with all the extra J&J, dude?
I don't know. I want some. Give me the J&J.
It apparently freezes easily or it doesn't need to be as frozen as the other ones do. So I don't know. Maybe they're just like in a fridge somewhere, just hanging out.
Why do you need to freeze? You going to make a daiquiri?
God.
Yeah, the other vaccines need to be like -60 Fahrenheit or some shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I wish it was -60 Fahrenheit in this room. Phoenix sucks, dude.
What was that? Who had audio
Not
playing?
me.
Not me.
I don't.
I'm guessing it's you and your million tabs you have open.
And million computers we got going in this room.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm last week I put a challenge out when we were talking to Christian, and he called what you and Rant. Did he call you two out on saying that it wasn't a 3-camera setup? I think it was probably me. Everybody.
He said Clark and Randall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I told him, hey, get your cinematographer, tell him to record a revenge audio message or something. And within the hour, we had one in our inbox. Now, I haven't listened to it. Oksana
You didn't vet this, dude?
No, we didn't vet it. So, I don't know. It's a minute long. You want to just dive in there? I mean, warning, I don't know what he's going to say. He was pretty angry.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I don't remember what I said. So.
Yeah, the gist of it, I think, was just that we were like, oh, it's a bummer that they didn't mimic the 3-camera setup that's so iconic for sitcoms.
This does not sound like a Clark.
I know. That's why I was like, I think it might have been me. Also, we had Robbie in that day, so I don't know. Maybe they're confabulating Robbie with somebody.
I blame Robbie.
It definitely was when the pizza guy came in, and we have 4 characters up there, and yeah, I remember it not being a 3-camera setup, at least not traditionally. Anyway, let's.
What's the cinematographer's name? Flip Manot.
Wait, what was the cinematographer from that movie that Zach brought us?
That was Flip Manot. That's Little Marine.
Okay, that was Flip Manot. Damn, I thought he had a different name. What other jokes do we got going around related to cinematographers' names?
I had no idea.
Yeah, I know. And it's,
I was trying to think of something that rhymed with Roger Deakins.
Dude, I want to keep talking to you, Clark, even when you walk away, because I know your headphones will work. But but your mic is still on the computer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
So you got to take that with you.
Oh, my bad.
I'm honestly surprised that you care. Anyway,
I thought it was here.
Girls' Night cinematographer Connor Nyan? Connor Nyan. All right, here we go. I'm gonna jump into it.
Yeah, hi, this is Connor Nyhan, the cinematographer of Girls' Night, and I just wanted to say you guys are fucking idiots. How fucking thick do your skulls have to be for you to not realize a multicam setup when you fucking see one? Huh? You must be some of the dumbest motherfuckers on the fucking planet, okay? It's a lot of fucking on this planet, you fucking dumb motherfuckers, you numbskull Neanderthal Dumbo PP shitheads. Fuck. You make me fucking sick. You try to analyze films and you don't even realize the multicam fucking setup when you see one. Ah, shit! The cops are after me. I gotta go.
Oh, Connor,
Love it.
you.
Does he need a job on a podcast?
No, right? I know that's a hell of a voice. Now, I think Connor played the pizza guy too in the movie.
Did he?
Yeah, the one that gets beat up by the pig guy.
That's tight. Well, the pig guy is Christian.
Connor, we deeply apologize, and I'd play the Tom Brennan clip for you, but I opened up another whole window on the soundboard to give you more options, and it really just complicated the shit out of things. So,
Connor, I do not apologize because I don't give a shit. I don't remember saying that. And yeah. Thank you.
all right. Love you, Connor.
All right, Randy, your thoughts.
I do apologize, and I do admit that I'm a fucking idiot.
Would you stop being a simp, bro?
Randy, stop cutting yourself. There's a camera. We can tell when you're doing that now.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Does this chair swivel? Oh, god damn it. Hold on. That's better. I want to go back.
You know, if we had a video component, I would be pro you doing this buffoonery, but...
Well, you know I love physical comedy. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. I got it.
Damn, I do. I wasn't joking when I texted you. I do miss you already. The house, there's so much less energy in the house when you're not here.
All right, here's the deal. Keep an eye on my lettuce. I don't know if it's going to last for 5 days.
Romaine or iceberg?
It's romaine.
Ooh. I like a head of romaine. Is that what you
Also,
call it? Is that a head?
Yeah.
Of romaine?
Heart. It's a heart.
It's the heart of romaine.
Heart of romaine.
You sound like a nationalist when you say that.
No, dude, I had, for whatever reason, the refrigerator was turned on. There's 5 levels of coldness on our refrigerator, and it was turned to 4. And it fucking froze my lettuce, dude. And it had like liver spots all over it.
Oh.
It was weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
No, I got pissed off because they told me to come down here on Thursday, and I had literally just bought like $100 worth of groceries, and told me I was going to be in Phoenix for a fucking week. Fucking fuck you, dude.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, we recorded an interview earlier with you in the room, and now you're. Yeah.
Oh, today? Yeah, we're going full Christopher Nolan today, dude.
Yeah, we moved the podcast an hour earlier for our interview. Completely threw me off. You were in the middle of packing, and I don't know. It's a good interview.
Yeah, this is gonna be the worst week of my life, dude.
You gonna end it?
All right.
End it in Arizona?
Not in Phoenix, dude. I don't want my mother to have to come to Phoenix to collect my fucking already swollen body.
She'll rip you off a cactus.
I know.
And you're crucified. It'd be beautiful.
Oh, by the way, so there's a lot of cacti, obviously, in the state of Arizona, and when you leave the airport, a lot, and I'm not talking the flat cactus. I'm talking like your traditional cactus.
A voluptuous cactus.
But none of them had arms. They all just looked like fucking little sticks. What is that about?
I think it's just a different type.
They didn't have arms though.
Okay.
Cactuses are supposed to have arms, and they just were like, little cactus dicks everywhere.
You're learning new things. You've only been there for what, 2 hours now?
I don't understand why people voluntarily live in a fucking desert, dude.
Hey, so when are you coming back?
Oh, Friday at 11 p.m.
Oh, damn. Okay, so next week we'll record here.
Yeah, I'll be back Friday night.
Unless you have an impromptu fly to Florida or some shit.
Florida, I understand, unfortunately. Arizona, I don't understand.
I'd like to go to Florida.
You've never been to Florida?
I haven't been anywhere, man.
Where's the most east you've been? Oh no, you've been to like Bethlehem and all that.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
New
York. Philly. Yeah, I don't know. I want to go to I've been to Arizona too. I actually had a lot of fun there.
Arizona sucks, dude.
Go to Randy, where the fuck were we eating? Roscoe's?
Lolo's. I said the same thing.
Lolo.
Yeah. Chicken and waffles.
Dude, go there.
Robbie?
No, Robbie Lolo? No. Dude, you went to Lolo's.
Yeah, it's good. I went probably like 2 times.
Wait, Clark didn't? Oh, God, you weren't out there.
No, because Coot said, hey, you're going to Phoenix. And then he was like, hey, you're not going to Phoenix. I'm going to send this alcoholic instead.
Dude, it was the best Q convention, too. You really missed out.
Oh, dude, the QAnon shaman is from Phoenix.
Oh, good. Right.
Jake Andretti or whatever his name is.
He's got a heart of Romaine. Cut that out, Randy. All right, are we going to talk about films at all? I feel like the 3 friends over here.
Yeah, Randy, what you got for us, babe?
I got a TV show, but however, it's not a TV show. It's HBO.
Oh boy.
There's a new like sci-fi kind of dark comedy drama series called Made for Love, featuring Kristen Milioti from Palm Springs. She's really good. Billy Magnuson and Ray Romano. And essentially,
hey!
Essentially,
it's a show.
Kristen Milioti and Billy Magnuson are a couple, and Billy Magnuson is this big tech guy, billionaire, whatever, and she finds out that he installs a monitoring device / a chip in her head, and he can see like everything she does and like hear like what she's thinking and stuff like that. So she wants to escape from his little tech thing he's got going on. So she goes to visit her father, Ray Romano, who has a synthetic partner in the show, aka a sex doll that he essentially brings with him, and he hangs out at his house and just talks to it, and he has dinner with it. And yeah, I don't know, it's I think it's what, 8 episodes. It was pretty good. I didn't love the ending, but I like everyone in it a lot. Kristen Milioti's really good. Yeah, it's a solid recommend.
Did they drop it all at one time?
They didn't. I think they did like 3 and 3 and then 2, which is an odd way to release. Yeah.
Dude,
that makes total sense.
Clark, if you were here, you would love these pictures of Ray Romano with the sex
It's pretty good.
I mean, we're going to make a shirt out of that.
Oh, dude, I am way far away from this chicken and waffles place, dude.
Yeah, you're not too close to downtown.
So, Randy, why the fuck were you watching a show and not 28 movies?
I'd been super busy at work during the past week, just going in a lot with the shutdown, so I was there like 10 hours a day for like 2-3 days, and then just hadn't had time to watch anything. And then this weekend, I got vaccinated at like 8:30 a.m. I didn't feel sick at all, but I got like, my neck felt like super heavy and like tired, and like my shoulders, so I just got like super body achy. And I was like, and my brain's already like kind of foggy, but I just got like even sleepier and like a little more foggy for the last like 24 hours.
How was the injection?
It's fine. I didn't do anything.
Did you get an injection erection?
Yeah, in my car. I had to go to Six Flags for it.
Oh.
I had to go to Hurricane Harbor in Concord, California.
You had to go to Six Flags for an erection, dude?
It was tight, dude. It was the same exit as my old community college, so I got to, relive that a little bit.
I'm not driving to an amusement park to get
It was only like 20 miles from me.
A vaccine for a made-up virus, dude.
Also, this weekend, I rewatched Haine. That's a thing.
Oh, I like it. Damn it, Randy! The movie I watched that I'm going to talk about in like probably 5 minutes. I had Oksana send it to you because I think you're really going to dig it.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. I think I am going to watch it and probably dig it. My brain was too foggy to like pay attention to anything.
Welcome to the Bay Area, bro.
Yeah, 24, 26 hours or so.
All right. What are we going to do, Clark? You got something to talk about?
So I didn't watch anything this week. Cause what's the point, man? Life is futile and worthless, and we're in it until we're not. So I didn't watch anything except I watched one movie, and that one movie. This is probably the fifth or sixth time I've seen this movie. I do this thing where it's like analysis by paralysis by analysis a lot of times, trying to find a movie to watch. And I was trying to find a movie to watch late on Friday. It was like 10:30.
That's
and
way
I was
too
going to
late.
start a movie.
Wow.
I know. I think it was on Prime, and I saw it. Unstoppable by Tony Scott, 2010.
I'd never heard of it.
I love this movie. As far as I'm concerned, I've said it and I say it again. The wrong Scott brother died. Okay?
Who's the other one?
Tony Scott over Ridley Scott, and it's not even close.
Oh. Wait,
I love Tony.
I thought Unstoppable was a Western. Or is that Unforgivable?
That's unforgivable, you stupid idiot.
I thought you were talking about Nonstop for a second.
God, will y'all get it together? Unstop. Have neither one of you seen this great movie?
I don't even know what it is.
Okay. All right. You'll both have a homework assignment.
Oh, no.
Go to Amazon application and watch Unstoppable by Tony Scott. The year is 2010. I saw this in a theater. I skipped class in college to go see this movie. I saw it at like 10:30 a.m. first day. And honest, I'm not kidding. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of movies in the theater. This is a top theater experience for me. I don't think anyone else was in the theater when I saw it. I've seen the movie 6 times now. It still stresses me out.
What is it about?
So it's about a real life event that happened in, I think, Western Pennsylvania. A train, it's called a coaster, meaning that a train was going down the tracks without anyone running the train.
Okay.
So what happened is that Ethan Suplee and TJ Miller are working at this train yard, and Ethan Suplee is engineering the train, and he realized that the track is set up wrong. So he said he's going to set it in neutral, and he had to put it in high gear because there's got 30 cars behind him. So the train's half a mile long. It's a big train, and at this time Ethan Suplee was a very large man. He's currently swollen now. Google Ethan Suplee. He's life-changing. Good for you, Ethan. But at this time, in 2010, big boy. So he gets out of the train, and the train runs off without him. And so you got a half a mile train with no man behind it going 70 miles an hour. So that's not good. So Rosario Dawson plays sort of the train master.
Conductor?
She's running the whole train system of that area, and we also we spend most of our time with Chris Pine from the Star Trek series and Denzel Washington. And Denzel is a grizzled old train veteran, and Chris Pine plays a guy who is basically gone from job to job, but because his last name happens to be Colson, and that's big in the railroad world of Western Pennsylvania. He got this cushy gut job, and so all the other old timers, you were like, "Oh, you're Colson." Da, 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 da. So he didn't have a whole lot of respect. So they ended up going to chase down this train, and so they were headed on the same track, but the big train was headed towards them. They were able to go on a side track, and then the train passed them. And when the train passed, Denzel looked at the back of the train and noticed that the back knuckle was open. So he's like, "Well, I think if we go and we dump off this load, we can go in this car and we can hook up and then just start reverse and then slow the train down that way." And that's what they did. That's a real life story of these two guys, because what they wanted to do, it also deals with like the corporate aspect of it, to where the guy wants to, the head of the railroad wanted to not derail the train because of the cost. But then they were going to derail the train in the middle of a city, and there's chemicals, deadly chemicals on board. But they deal with that, and the big thing is that they didn't want to get into the Stanton curve. Both of you Google the Stanton curve. Stanton, Stanton curve in Pennsylvania. So the train was going like 50 miles an hour on this giant curve, and the speed limit's 15. So they had to and dude, how they did it, it's good. But they were able to slow the train down, and yeah, dude, it is a wild ride.
Is that the tagline of the movie?
Man, I love it so much. I mean, of course, look, it's a big Hollywood blockbuster popcorn movie. So there's a lot of pulling on the heartstrings, and a lot of, cheese in there. Chris Pine's character has an issue with custody battle, and Denzel Washington just got his pink notice, and he just didn't let anyone know. And he's like, if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm gonna fire you. And he's like, you already did. You told me 92 days ago, and I got 3 days left. I don't care.
Oh,
that's not a very good Denzel Washington.
No, not my favorite. All right.
I don't know why Denzel turned into Foghorn Leghorn for that. But, I say you're fired 3 days ago. But yeah, no. Unstoppable is 5 stars, and fuck you if you think otherwise.
That's really all you watched?
Yeah, man.
Was this trip really eating you up that bad all week?
Well, I just found out on Thursday, and then I also got a new video game. So,
what game?
There you go. MLB The Show.
Is that a new baseball game? Or old?
For Xbox. This is the first time that this has been available on Xbox. This is sort of a big deal, Russell.
Oh, I told you, the last baseball game I ever played was Triple Play. And I think that was PlayStation 1.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude, I used to fucking play the hell out of that game though. And it was so old that you could have dumb code to make people stretchy or weird looking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a lot of those games you could do that, like NBA Jam. Yeah. Oh, dude, NBA Jam was great. You could make them giant.
Randy, you played NBA Jam?
Long time ago, yeah. I was kind of into NFL Blitz too.
Oh damn!
It's a good game.
Blitz is my favorite.
You know who loves NFL Blitz?
No.
I'll give you a hint.
Charles Manson.
I'll give you a hint. He survived a mall shooting.
I had a joke, but I wasn't. I'm not gonna say it.
Come on. Just
Chug, of course, Chuggy likes NFL Blitz. He likes football.
Yeah. I don't know. I never liked Blitz. I'm down with NBA
Why?
Jam, but I don't know. Because I like real football. Like, I don't know. If you're not calling plays and being strategic, and every time I ever played Blitz, it's, it's a button mashing fucking shit.
You do call plays in Blitz, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I'd rather just play with like 4 people in the street than play Blitz.
God.
I'd rather play 2-hand than play Blitz. Yeah, any day. Dude, we should do that. We live in a damn court.
What are you, like an ambassador of public health? Oh, don't play video games. Play in the street.
Yeah, it's a court. It's not like there's like a pandemic and we're going to be breathing on each other or anything.
Yeah, right.
All
right. What have you got? Please tell me you got one thing.
I got one thing. I mean, there's so much shit I've been watching that just it doesn't occur to me when we record this show. Like Forged in Fire. Me and Oksana watched all of that show. I'm gonna start making our own billets here in the house pretty soon.
That's a great show. I told you to watch that show like 3 years ago, dude.
And me and you, we watched the first 2 episodes of Darth Marenghi. Darth Vader Marenghi. And
Randy, did I tell you I got a bootleg of Darth Marenghi's Dark Place?
Yeah, I think you sent a
What's
picture.
It called?
Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
There you go. Also, we watched all of the Cecil Hotel documentary on Netflix.
I got through the first episode. That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of cute, but my background music or like the background TV shit I play is normally like Forensic Files and that Canadian cop show that didn't get canceled during that whole thing.
I'll tell you this: I am glad I'm not in the Cecil Hotel right now.
Oh, dude. Well, I think in like episode 3 they talk about how they rebranded half of the hotel, and they made
that place was massive.
Well, they made the upscale. They made the other half like kind of like a faux upscale hotel, and I think you'd be down for that. Even though I think that's the hotel.
I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, I think that's where they actually figured out that she was in the water tower because people, paid extra money and their water was running brown. And they're like, what the fuck is this? And then they finally looked in a water tower. Yeah, it was kind of like the Untold Story where the dude was throwing bodies in the water tower.
So did they investigate at all in this 19 episode fucking thing?
It's not that long.
How they think she died?
Yeah, they kind of talk about it. It's mostly interesting just as a internet documentary because they talk about how how that video of the elevator footage got out is like a detective like shared it and was just kind of like, hey, and then that raw footage went viral because it's just so weird. And there was a whole community online that like tried to come together and figure it out. And of course, I don't think they helped anything. Actually, they tried to they went after a black metal dude from like south of the border who was staying in the hotel, and they like went hard after him, and they kind of fucked. The only thing they managed to do was kind of ruin that guy's life. But he's bouncing back, and our former third chair Justin, I guess he's working on an interview with him because that dude's about to make a horror movie. Yeah.
What?
I know. And then in 3 years we'll be talking about it, or I will. Like oh, can I jinx that? Bullets of Justice?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think we're gonna be talking to the director next week.
Don't jinx things, dude.
Y'all gotta watch it. Also,
what?
Everybody listening right now, you need to take my recommendation seriously. I know these assholes are just, oh, you love everything. You just like fucking drool over it. No, you know how many fucking people are coming around going, The Bottle Man was the best movie of last year now. And I'm like, I fucking told you The Empty Man. And I tell everybody, it was my number 1 on my top 5. Y'all heard it here. You should have believed me. And now
it's a 3-star film.
Fuck off. No, hell no. Also, that director's coming on the show in 2 weeks. The Bottle Man himself. That's not true. Actually, maybe I'll reverse jinx it. No, the movie I wanted to talk about here, man, I didn't take any notes. It's something about you not being in the house now. I did no preparation. And,
Great. All right, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Who sent us the screener for this?
I think the production company is called Sovereign.
Okay. Thank you, Sovereign, if that's your actual name, for sharing this film, A Common Crime, or Crimen Kumon. I cut that, Randy.
Please don't do that ever again.
Now, this film, I watched it, and my instinct was, fuck, dude, I got to share this with Randy like right now. Which I think last time didn't work out great. What was the movie where those two people were hanging out in that satellite dish? It's like the most memorable
Contact.
thing. No, what the fuck was it called?
I have no idea.
Satellite.
Yeah,
Satellite
you
dish.
didn't watch it. I think Arrow put it out, or somebody. Do you remember what it was? There's like a bathtub involved. I can't remember. Anyway, a common. This is what happens when I don't take notes. A Common Crime is about a sociology teacher who we are introduced to at her son's birthday party that she's having at a carnival. And it's one of those indie films where it's hard to get your finger on the pulse in the beginning because it's such a like slice of life film. It's an Argentinian movie, so the setting and everything is like, it looks a little foreign. It's all beautiful. There's a lot of like, man, how do you even set this thing up? So she's a teacher, and you can tell she's a little well off. She's probably middle class there. And in her classroom, she's teaching Marx. Like she's talking about Marx, and the class. It seems like she's kind of operating at a higher level than her class, and she's an intellectual. And,
I've been there.
And she's, faculty talks to her. She seems to not have a great relationship with her faculty. Like, she kind of likes being home. We learn she's a single mom. She loves her son. And she takes time out of her day to go help some students with their paper. And she's really, she seems like an active member of the community. And we're introduced to her maid. And her son comes over to help move some furniture. Then the next night, she wakes up in the middle of the night, and she hears somebody banging on her door. Now, she gets thrown into what I would assume is almost like a PTSD situation. Like, she gets so freaked out by this banging that she kind of like sneaks out into the front room and looks through her windows, which she has a beautiful house. A lot of the walls are all window, and she has like the layout of her house is a little confusing. It feels like even the front of her house has a lot of windowed walls, and then the back, it's almost like completely windowed. And then her kitchen, everything is like a peninsula in her house, and it's very like a part of nature, and it's almost got that like modern feel of letting the indoors come into your home. And she sees through the window that it's her maid's son, and he's like, as an audience member, it starts to shift to he's panicking, like he needs help, and he moves over to look in the window, and she hides from him, and he continues to bang until he runs off, and she kind of just lingers there terrified all night. The next day, he's reported missing, and she just kind of, she becomes haunted by this moment. And the movie has a couple little moments that make you think maybe it's political. Like, they're teaching Marxism, but then there's her son's talking about going to his friend's party, and they're all going to wear masks. And he comments on one, and he's like, "That mask looks like Trump." And she's like, "Oh, I know, it's scary." But they don't really say any more than that. And I think it just offers like kind of a parameter.
Political commentary, dude.
Right? But I think what the film's really about is just like our role in active community. Like, we see a lady who's pretty well off, but she lives close to the barrio, and this is where her maid lives. And it's one of the things where she takes an Uber to go see her when she has detectives over to try and help. And the Uber guy's just like, "Hey, I'm dropping you off here." And she's like, "But I paid like to be brought to a house. What are you doing? He's like, no, I'm not driving in there. And she's like, okay, well, fine. Like, I guess I'm getting out. And they kind of paint this picture of like, this is not somewhere you choose to go. And the film just kind of illustrates a class differential. Is
Hold
that
on,
the police? Who's that at your window, Clark?
Oh, can you see?
A little bit.
Is that your maid's son? Let him in. Actually, this is actually perfect. Because a day later,
I mean, I'm right on the interstate.
A day later, they find her son's body, and it seems that the police,
Dead?
the people in the town, think the police murdered him and threw him in the river.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and this film is kind of the deconstruction of a well-off member of society, and the film technique used to illustrate this is beautiful. Randy, do you know what academic format is? Is that a thing? Academic ratio, Academy ratio.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that the like 2:3:5?
I think. You know what? I should have it open. It's 1.375:1.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that means. Anyway, it's it's a smaller screen. And she's always the center of the camera. Like, I know a lot of like Art 101 is a more interesting image is, one off center, and the negative space can be just as interesting as the subject. And this one's very on her. And the small frame makes it very claustrophobic. And one of the things I loved about fucking our favorite guest movie, Spring, was that labyrinth crawl through that Italian town. And you know what? This movie dethroned them with a more claustrophobic, confusing, like emotional vibrato of a scene. And again, this is a slow cinema movie. We don't have a ton of dialogue here, but my God, the lead, whose name I will not slaughter in an attempt to pronounce. Dude, she's so fucking good. Elisa, I'm not gonna try and say that last name. I can't roll R's or anything. So, dude, Randy, you gotta watch it. Clark would probably be like, meh.
Hey, I can mess with slow cinema, dude.
Yeah, you can. I think whenever I gush about a film, though, you come in with the boxing gloves.
I'm a boxer, dude. What do you want from me? I'm a fighter, baby.
No, but yeah, Randy, Clark, you have it too. Thank you again to the production. What was it, production or distribution company? Because they've only got 3 other films, but fuck, dude, if they're anything like this one, they're gonna be a banger.
What do you want, MTV?
I did just watch Beavis and Butthead top 10 like metal burns or something. That video's fucking great. I tweeted
baseball.
Dude, no, it's good. They have Crowbar. They make fun of Crowbar in this fucking video.
Was this the original Beavis or the reboot?
The reboot of Beavis?
Yeah.
It's the original. It's a short, concise thing. Because I was showing Oksana when Beavis and Butthead talked about the Plasmatics video. And it's great. So yeah, I've been watching MTV.
Oh yeah.
All
right,
ready for bed? Yeah, no. What time is it there? Like 11?
You idiot! It's the same time zone.
Sometimes it is an hour different.
Well, because Arizona does not adhere to daylight savings time.
Yeah, they don't play by the rules over there, man.
I know. I'll tell you, but I mean, you gotta wear the mask in the hotel. I saw everyone in the airport wearing a mask except for one guy. So
now you got to, like in Canada, they'll pull you over and put a gun in your mouth, or are we talking like you'll be shamed?
I mean, the signs say you have to have a mask. So
okay, show your papers.
Pretty much here.
Yeah, but did you have you go bandana, don't you?
No, I got I mean, I do have some bandanas. I brought one mask, but I figured that when I got to do the thing that I was brought here to do, that they'll have some masks. So I'll
Yeah.
steal some of those.
You just got a banana hammock and a bandana.
Yeah,
You got to entertain those ladies in their birthday.
yeah. By wearing a thong on my face.
Dude, you could go dual bandana. You should put one on your head and over your mouth.
Oh, dude. God, I look like a painter then.
You'd look pretty interesting.
I look like our buddy Jeff.
Oh,
I'm sure he. I know. I need to check up on Jeff.
Again, Jeff was the paint the Trump guy. Don't look him up. I think he's been killed.
Ugh. All right, we got anything else?
No, I wanted to let you know I miss you.
I've been gone for like 4 hours.
No, I think, I feel bad because I feel like we're all low energy, and that yeah, I don't know. We've been having good interviews. I'm anticipating the day that we split these podcasts in half.
Well, the thoughts are stewing.
You okay?
I'm very tired.
All right. Well, yeah. Thomas Burke was great. Everybody should stick around for that interview.
Yeah, please. Tom is fantastic. Tom may know more about found footage than us. I mean, this guy knows his stuff. He works with Steinberg. He writes articles for Steinberg on a regular basis. We talk about how many movies he's seen via his letterbox reviews in the actual interview as we learn. But yeah, Tom's a great guy, and happy to have him in the fold. So please stay tuned for that. And if we got nothing else, Randy, take her home.
I've got nothing today, so enjoy the rest of the episode and have a good day.
Okay, cool. Because Tommy, can I call you Tommy? I feel obnoxious doing that.
Do it.
Okay. It's on brand. I guarantee you.
By being incorrect and annoying, yes.
Yeah.
That's on brand.
I wanted to open up this interview with an apology. I'm sorry for making you wait. Again, I was just informed we had an earlier time today, and I was down
first of all, to counteract that, why don't you apologize to every guest because we're late every week? This is not a new thing.
I could get into a statistic analysis I heard of people who are late to things and how they're actually better workers. But
Randy and I will argue that to the death.
But dude, I was downstairs and I just watched your short Lost Luggage, and I was drinking a coffee, and I was having a good time, like pondering the message of the movie.
Do you see how he did? You see how he spun that, Tom? He said, I'm sorry running late, but I was watching all your films, man. So he tried to put a little bit on you. Your counterpoint.
Oh, no. Y'all are great, and I didn't
No,
I'm
Tom.
so glad y'all watched Lost Luggage. That's great.
No, I was, clearly you're a film dude. Everything you make looks so polished, and you've got, you really pay attention to like human interaction and relationships. And Randy and Clark are among the group where we like to enjoy those kind of films, like early in the afternoon, like now at 11. And I was having a good time with my coffee. Also, mind you, I was sitting right next to the girl who booked this interview. So I thought she would have warned me more. But yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. Also, I thought it was pretty funny that I was watching a short called Lost Luggage while Clark has been running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to figure out his flight that you just learned about, yesterday?
A couple days ago.
Yeah, his work just tugged the leash, and they're making him go out to Arizona in like 2 hours. Whoa. So, yeah. Damn it, I wanted to send you a video, too. You know what? I'm going to email you one. Anyway, hi, Thomas.
I'm so glad y'all watched Lost Luggage. It's a totally strange one, and I filmed it for my film school thesis project. And I remember this was maybe back in like 2015 or 2016, and our our film instructor kind of gave us a few guidelines to like do our film thesis, if you will, but it was like different than the other film school projects where you kind of get the whole semester, if you will, to like work on it. This was kind of I went to a community college, and then they basically gave us like a week or maybe even 2 weeks to actually like write the thing and then shoot it and then edit and / release it. So I hit up like some of my closest film friends, and I was like, all right, guys, we got like 1 or 2 days to maybe just write this script together. It was an idea we had for like maybe a year or two, but essentially we wrote the thing, shot it, and edited it maybe in like 3 or 4 weeks turnaround. And I remember our instructor kind of was telling us so many no's and so many reasons why we couldn't do, like an ambitious project is what he called it. And I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to try to prove you wrong.
Well, I think you did. It came out great. Can you now? It's available, right? Was that on Vimeo? Is that how I watched it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you set it up then? Because I want to link it so people can check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, where did that premise come from? Like, so essentially, there's a dude who delivers lost luggage to people's homes. Is that real?
Yeah, I mean, it is real. I think now these days they don't really have couriers doing that stuff too much anymore. But yeah, we had to look that up just to make sure that was a real occupation. And yeah, it was like I said, it was a really strange one. This was actually the first film that I only directed. Usually I'll like write and direct the stuff that I work on, but this one I didn't actually write. And so when I was collaborating with the writer and the producer on this, we watched a lot of like a lot of films that kind of gave us inspiration to shoot this.
Yeah, well, I think you succeeded, and I'm actually kind of surprised that you didn't write it, because just from, our introduction to you was camping fun, and the thing that stood out about that film was just the way you nailed an authentic human interaction. Like, there's some real drama in the beginning of that short, and it really hooks you in. And I felt like you had the same thing going on with Lost Luggage, except if I saw that in community college in a class, in the first 2 seconds, I would have been rolling my eyes, because you kind of got that like indie music going, and we got a lot of close-ups, and we have a VO that's portraying things, and those movies tend to not pay off. Yet Lost Luggage, it goes somewhere. And by the end of it, yeah, I was enjoying myself drinking that coffee. I don't know. Good job, man. And in community college, dude, you really hit it out of the park with that one.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. Also, was the lead in that the not so great boyfriend in Camping Fun?
Yes. I'm glad you picked that up. Yeah, that was the same actor. And he was the one who wrote it too, actually.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, God, if you're listening to the show, I'm sure you've checked out Camping Fun by now, and you all remember the not so great boyfriend that had the cool tattoos. Yeah, he's the lead in this movie. Yeah, You good, Clark? You look so befuddled. Put the luggage aside.
What are you talking about? I'm ready to go. I'm a professional.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for your monologue to end.
Okay, it's done. I apologize. Clark is, he's the traditional host of this show, and I just get excited about film and drink too much coffee and talk at our guest.
Yeah, he's like Ed McMahon if Ed McMahon didn't know his place.
There you go.
That's essentially the dynamic.
Tom, I hear you. I'm on the third cup of coffee today.
So, Tom, before we jump into the film, before we jump into your filmmaking history, I want our listeners to know how much of a movie fiend you are, as we both follow each other on the Letterboxd application, and
Yes.
I'm constantly seeing everything that you see. Like, roughly how many movies a year are you seeing, Tom?
Okay, well, I watch a lot of short films, so I think my Letterboxd says I've watched 4,500 films, but I just joined Letterboxd last year, and it opened up like a whole new world to like short films and more obscure experimental avant-garde stuff. So I've been just going down the rabbit hole, and also like finding a lot of found footage movies on there too, because I love found footage movies. I'm like setting out a goal to watch every single one out there, at least the ones that are available. And yeah, I've watched maybe 700 found footage movies at this point.
700 short and features.
Yes.
Found footage, I feel the distinction there isn't as important. Like, I think the runtime length of a found footage film, it's I don't know. Like, a feature and a short in a Hollywood production are very different, but found footage, you can play with that format, and I find a lot more value in found footage shorts. Is that weird? Am I articulating that correctly, Tom?
I think you nailed it. Some of my favorite found footage films are all shorts. Like that District 9 short film that came out before the feature. I think that one's called well, I can't remember the name of it, but it was the same director who did
District 8.
Yeah.
No, that's a joke.
District 8.5. That's for Randy.
But yeah, I like short films like that too. I think Camping Fun was maybe like 30 minutes in the assembly cut, and we cut it down to make it short and sweet.
Well, here's the thing: when you watch film all the time, and somebody's like, "Oh, I got a short," in my gut, in the core of my id, most of the time my reaction is, "All right," like, here we go. You're going to try and get me hooked. And then by the time, if I do, it's going to end. And usually they're not very thought provoking. Where with found footage, the narrative, there's so much you can do. Like, you can open a film and just remove the first act, and we're right in the middle of it with no context. And you could spend the whole time just trying to figure it out, and it will totally be worthwhile. Yes. And again, dude, I just watched Camping Fun again, and it's a breezy film for 15 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also, I finally got to put your face. Now that I got to realize that you were in the movie, and I love your salt and pepper beard you got going on.
Oh, thank you. No, I was born that way. It's like it's called vitiligo. It's the same skin pigment. Whatever it's called. The same thing that Michael Jackson had.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully not pedophilia.
No,
that would be good. Okay, good. I just wanted to be on the record.
Yeah, pick it up after that. Go ahead.
No, but like Russ, to talk about like how deep he goes with movies, like he's watching former submissions that we've had at the Unnamed Footage Festival that maybe did not make the cut. Like, I'm talking, remember the Randy movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I see that one there. Man, it's, 3 stars on The Empty Man, Russ.
3 stars? What the hell?
Wait, is that what I gave The Empty Man?
Yeah.
Shoot, that was a good one. I mean, I remember liking it, but maybe... Okay, I watched that a couple of months ago. I think maybe the reason I gave it an average rating was, like, I think the story was a little predictable, but the talent, like the acting was great. The production value was great. I couldn't complain about any of that stuff.
And 5 stars on the Blackwell Ghost 5.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
fucking rad. I heard that.
I'm a huge fan of The Deputy.
I haven't seen it. One of the guys that contributes to UF, he told me that it gets bonkers the deeper you get in there. Now, Blackwell Ghost, I haven't checked it out just because he went behind a paywall after the first one came out. And I have this weird condition where I have to watch movies with other people. And it hasn't worked out where I've been able to go 2 through 5. But I have heard he's working on another one.
I think so. And I promise you, they keep getting better too. I think the 4th one might be my favorite, but I swear every single one of those movies are just so good.
So, Thomas, what got you into found footage? Is this a new thing for you?
Not really. You know, I actually shot Camping Fun maybe 7 years ago.
Oh.
So I've always been a fan of found footage, but I think I've just started going down the rabbit hole maybe like this last year or two. I grew up watching like As Above, So Below. Lunopolis was like kind of like a more obscure one that I remember from a couple years back. And then of course like the Blair Witch Project, everybody kind of has like their own experience with watching that the first time. And I remember I was at like like a high school sleepover or something like that. I was maybe like 14 or 15 at the time when I watched it, and all my friends were telling me that it was like straight up real. And I had never seen anything like found footage before, so I totally believed them. And I remember everyone like fell asleep, and I was just like had this 5,000 yard stare at the screen, and it totally terrified me. So I think that it's hard like when you watch so many movies for you to actually kind of get scared or by something. But yeah, the Blair Witch Project did it for me.
They woke up and you were standing in the corner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, shit. I mean, you I read that you contribute to Found Footage Critic daily. How the hell do you keep that up?
Well, gosh, I have maybe a list here of like 300 or 400 found footage movies that aren't in the database yet. So I actually messaged Michael Steinberg, the found footage critic owner, maybe like 6 or 7 months ago, and I just told him that I was a huge fan of the site and that I had a bunch of movies that I'd like to tell him about. And yeah, him and I have just been kind of working together on adding new entries to the database. And yeah, I try to upload at least like one a day. I don't get to do it every single day, but lately I've been pretty on top of it.
Okay, I just pulled up Found Footage Critic, and on the cover there's a movie called Hunter's Creed that's got Dwayne Dog Chapman as the lead.
Yeah.
Do you know about that one?
Yes.
What the hell's going on here? Is it like a faux doc?
Yeah, sort of. Gosh, I need to rewatch that one, but I think it goes like a little paranormal, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course it does,
dude. The Ghost are on ice. Man, it's crazy to me how Steinberg, like I've had so many conversations with him, and I can't believe how many found footage movies there are out there floating around, and how many international ones just never make it over.
Oh, I know. Like Koji Shiraishi, that Japanese filmmaker. I'm still trying to find some of his out there, but like he's probably one of my favorites. He did a record of Sweet Murder. I think like Noroi the Curse, which a lot of people are familiar with. My personal favorite was Cult, and then he did another one called A Cult.
Yeah, I think I've seen. Wait, which one is on YouTube right now? Cult?
Cult is on YouTube, and Noroi is on YouTube, I believe.
Which one's in 3D? A Cult?
Yeah,
we watched that one.
Yeah, we watched it. Well, we did a double feature of his at Ep242. We did Record of Sweet Murder and Noroi.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah, Tom, you got to come out once theaters open up again. I think you're gonna love the thing we do down here in San Francisco. We've got like a theater that's clearly too big for our niche film fest, and it's it's one of the old school San Francisco movie houses, and we watch shit like Noroi in there, or like Be My Cat.
Yeah.
And dude, we got to get you out here for it.
I would love to. Sign me up.
All right, I just thought of a fun game. Let's try to stump Tom.
Okay.
With found footage knowledge. So Randy, you're the musician of the group, so come up with a theme song right now.
I'll put some in post. I'll put some synth in here. I don't do lyrics.
Yeah, lay it on me though.
All right. So Russ,
I don't know. We usually lose this. Like we run a film fest and we're supposed to be hot shit, and then we got like Mary Beth on here, and she named like 5 movies I'd never seen.
That's
feel like
true. But you dig, and also you shouldn't be surprised at how many found footage films you are. You think about how cheap it is and how an easy entry it is to filmmaking for a lot of filmmakers.
Yeah.
So, like, this is your first one. There's a ton out there.
But again, just to clarify, I don't Mary Beth, and I'm sure Thomas is not going to be bringing up weird shit on YouTube, because there are a lot of little kid films on YouTube that I have a whole playlist of them, and I try to get through them, and they're not the best, but.
All right, so let's just try to think of a couple titles, and Tom can either tell us that he's seen it, written about it probably, or has at least heard of it. So the goal here is to try to come up with a title that Tom is not aware of.
All right. Randy, are you jumping in too?
No.
Okay.
I don't know too many.
All right, so I'll start first.
Okay.
short film. I believe we watched it on YouTube. It is called Ghost Host.
Ooh, no, I don't know that one.
Oh, you know what?
1 for 1.
Now that's brutal because we can't just drop Ghost Host and not talk about it. Dude, it's so good. Also, it got pulled from YouTube, and the director was like, "Yeah, I'm not putting it back up there," because he made it when he was like 12.
Yeah, the director's a child.
Yeah, and he was kind of embarrassed about it, but it's 20 minutes that I have rewatched 4 or 5 times. And if we would have had his permission, it would have been played
Dude, I
at.
thought it was like 40 minutes.
No, it's
Okay.
20. Yeah, it could feel that way if you're not having
I like it.
the time of your life. Okay, so you got him with a YouTube short film. Good job.
I mean,
good job.
We had to go big guns up top.
All right, Thomas, I got you. Have you heard of My Friend the Polish Girl?
Okay, no, I haven't heard that either.
All right, now that was kind of I was playing my hand there. That one, it hit. Me and Randy saw it together. That's why I was trying to get Randy in here. I wanted him to drop it. But we saw it at the Roxy, and it's a faux documentary about a Polish girl who's kind of documenting her life. Now, I'm sure you've seen Midnight Swim.
Yes.
Okay, imagine that, but more like independent art house, kind of like big city movie.
Cool.
Yeah, like, dude, you'll dig it. So I hope record that one. Also, we should probably show that movie at one of our fests too. I gotta reach out to them. It's weird because we do the podcast and there's a lot of overlap with the film fest, and our dates got crossed with them on the podcast, and I've been kind of like, I don't know.
All right, so Tom, now it's your turn. Try to stump us.
Okay, I just watched one the other day that was entirely in German. Not that I speak German, but I was just watching it on one of these. I think it was like archive.org, but it's called the Irlandit investigation.
Ooh,
I can't even spell it.
No, I know. Okay, but basically, it's a faux documentary about a lawyer from New York that receives a letter from like a distant relative in Europe or something that basically is disclosing that for the past 50 years they were housing aliens from another dimension.
Okay, who put you on that trail?
Oh, I mean, this is just like, I think, every day I at least put in like an hour or two to like search for found footage movies I've never heard of. So, I'll Google search like a found footage full movie 2002, and then just kind of scroll through and see what I can find. And that to me was like some of the easiest ways I could find some of these more obscure found footage movies that are, especially in like Europe or Japan that don't get any press here.
Dude, Japan's got a lot of them too.
Yeah.
Now, Thomas, so if you were watching the Blair Witch and that made an impact, there's usually a moment where we become interested in film, and usually we end up like calling ourselves like a horror fan. Where were you when that community just took a split with found footage and it just became a like, oh, I rented a film and fuck, it's found footage? Like, do you remember that time?
Sort of, yeah. I do. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like too long ago, I feel like.
No.
We got like we got the late 80s, early 90s with like, Cannibal Holocaust. Actually, I think that's 70s, but, Dean Eliotto's The McPherson tapes. And then like, that was like a time. And then the Blair Witch, all those were like a time that found footage, I think, was being just created. And, I don't think the McPherson tape was that popular back then, but now these days it is. I think like sort of like around the mid 2000s was when you started just getting this influx of found footage movies that everybody started realizing, oh, I want to be a filmmaker and I can just shoot on my little camcorder and put something out. And that's why we kind of started getting this wave of like both good and maybe not so good found footage movies.
Yeah, but it's so weird that a group of people would condemn the narrative of the film. Like, the thing is, there is merit. And a lot of the people that make I have no money and I'd like to be a filmmaker, they, create a Bad Ben. And it's like, I had hella fun with Bad Ben. I mean, the next 8, I wouldn't speak to that way, but.
Likewise, yeah. First one was great.
Yeah, but it's just weird that the culture turned on the narrative. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm sick of people trying to make these kind of movies. It's like, or, hey, that guy didn't make a good movie. It was, this narrative styling makes me want to puke and I hate it. And it's shaky cam and nobody can act. And they know that. And it's a scam. They're making a movie and they want me to pay for it when they clearly have no talent and had to take this approach. It just befuddles me.
That's a good point. I heard one of my buddies. He made a found. Y'all may know him, Chris Goodwin. He made the movie Real 2.
Oh yeah.
He.
We are aware.
Hold on. You referred to him as what's his name?
Oh, Slasher Victim 666. You mean?
Dude,
Thank you so much.
I think you just got on a list. You better be careful.
Oh shoot! Was I not supposed to say that?
You're gonna be on the Gold House like shortly, dude.
In the Red Room. No, he's great. But like, look, we've had multiple interactions with him. It's always been in character.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no. He's great. But I heard him say one time that like horror fans are the most astute fans out there, and I couldn't agree with him more. Because when I belong to all these found footage, social media groups, and just kind of hearing what people are watching these days, what they're liking, and it seems like when you're saying like the culture sort of changed on the narrative, like I almost find that it's not so much that people rag on these found footage movies. It's like the tropes in the found footage movies that seem to get people like so excited or upset at the same time. Whether it's there's music in this found footage movie, it doesn't make sense, or there's glitches in this movie, it doesn't make sense. But I think that's just a stylistic choice. I mean, I heard y'all talk on the podcast about how Dean Alioto kind of started that whole glitch. Found footage.
It's a good man, very handsome.
Yeah, that the McPherson tapes is kind of the seed that got planted in my head that made it such an interesting genre for me. Because for a while, I remember I had a neighbor, and we would always talk about that movie and how we thought it was real.
Seed planted in your... That's very Gray Alien, dude.
I know.
That's very appropriate.
Well, there's such an interesting backstory to the McPherson tapes. I mean, I don't know if I have this story right, so correct me if I'm wrong. But did y'all hear about like the warehouse production, like the warehouse fire that happened when they first released that movie?
Now, here's a little thing. Here's a little inside baseball for everybody listening. Dean, we did an interview with him, 3 years ago. It was one of the biggest moments in my life at the time. And he also did one with Steinberg way back on Found Footage Files, that defunct podcast, which I think is pretty good. And we got to know Dean. We had him come out at Ep242, and he came out and we showed Alien Abduction. And here's the thing I'll tell you about Dean. Ep242, we were coming into the pandemic. I was completely unaware of it.
We were days away from lockdown.
We were days away. And we got to hang out with Dean a little bit. And he went to a bar and he had a couple drinks and he came back. And his take on the pandemic was that it was a stock exchange conspiracy in order to bump up the mask pricing. He's like, mask stock is going through the roof right now. He's like, that's all it is. And I was like, dude, Dean, you're the coolest motherfucker. Also, Clark has a huge man crush on Dean. I think you referred to him as a pretty man like multiple times.
He's very handsome. Very handsome man.
Either way.
Well, the first time that we talked to Dean, we had about a 45-minute technical delay where we weren't getting audio. He wasn't hearing. Oh, he was hearing us. We couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
So I was the only one. He insisted to be on camera, so I was the only one looking at him, and he was only looking at me. So we had a connection there. And for 45 minutes, he was writing on a legal notepad saying, "I still can't hear you." So we had a connection.
And I'm not saying Dean's crazy. I'm just saying when his movie got picked up by a local distribution company and their warehouse caught on fire, I tend to believe it was a scam too. But he actually, maybe that just it gave him PTSD, and now he thinks everything's a conspiracy.
So when we had him here for Ep242, the idea was to do a Q&A with Dean. However, there wasn't a whole lot of Q's thrown out there. It was just Dean providing all the A's. without any cues. So Dean just took the mic from me and said, "Okay, here's a story about how this movie was made in a warehouse that caught on fire," and then he proceeded to talk for 20 minutes. But yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
Wait, didn't I do the Q&A with him?
You also took the microphone from me as well. I don't know why I was there. Frankly, I would have been much happier at home.
Yeah, but Dean, dude, the thing is, he's not the only one. Oh, here's another movie for you. Do you know the movie Base?
Okay, is that the skydiving found footage movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. That was like a thriller, and then I remember the lead actor had passed away a couple months after shooting, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, from jumping.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually resulted in the film being delayed because they thought it was just not, it wouldn't go over well.
It's in bad taste.
Yeah.
Well, and it was supposed to be more of like a horror film, if I'm not mistaken, and then they kind of just reworked some of the editing and made it kind of just like a thriller and an adventure film.
Kind of. So we interviewed the director, and he told us that the lead in that movie kind of took over the production, and they'd be up on a building where the dude's supposed to jump, and he would say, "Hey, unless you hang off of this building right now, I'm not going to do it. The movie's over." And,
Whoa.
you know, the director, he was a wartime journalist who started his own company, and through the run of their company, lost half of the members. They all died out there filming like the Afghan war. And I'll tell you, he's the type of dude that when his director tries to take the production hostage and tells him hang off the building, he says, "Okay." And he did it. So he said he kind of just let that movie evolve with the dude. So
that movie is intense. I really enjoyed it, actually.
And I don't, it's no secret, if we can do a 4 in a theater, that is gonna be playing. I want to show that movie in a theater so goddamn bad. It originally had a big run like scheduled, and then it was one of those things where the production company switched hands and they just canned it because, you know, it wasn't their project. So yeah, I don't know if that can happen.
He also did another found footage film called A Night in the Woods with Scoot McNairy, which is pretty good. Yeah, that was 2011.
Thomas, you haven't seen that one?
Night in the Woods? I actually think that's on my watch list.
All right, Richard Perry, he's another Koji. Like, he's a dude that you know, our culture is still forming here with the found footage community, and I think these are the names that are going to kind of boil up. And we're in kind of a precarious position because we do the fest, and you kind of want to keep the cards close when it's like a Richard Perry, and you want to be able to like break that guy out for people. But I mean, fuck it. People should be watching that movie. And then if we could put it in the theater, that's an experience people can't get anywhere else.
Oh. So, Tom, how long have you been in Austin?
About 10 years.
Oh, so you've even in your 10 years, it had already evolved, and now it is currently evolving even more. So what's the journey of Austin, Texas like these days?
You know, I actually moved to Austin because I used to be a musician in like a grindcore metal band back when I lived in Chicago. And then I moved here.
What's the name of that band? Hold on.
Wrestling with.
This is a Stick Up.
That's a good band name.
Yeah, with the little exclamation point at the end.
Of course.
Right, of course. You know, all those grindcore names had like, you know, some of those band names were like 20 words or something like that, or just like the font of the text is you couldn't even read it.
Now, is that available? Like, is your music out on Spotify or anything?
Yeah, gosh, it's been years. I have an EP, like a hard copy. I can email y'all some samples of that stuff.
But, please do. Please do.
I will. You know,
great new theme song.
There's definitely some music on there. You know, if you like type in like "this is a Stick Up" like Illinois band or something like that, I think you know MySpace or something like that will pop up. But anyways, I moved to Austin to pursue like a career in music because I had done a lot of the business side of it, from like booking shows and recording studios and stuff like that. But then as soon as I moved to Austin, I kind of met a whole group of filmmakers, and made my first film that nobody will ever see. I think every filmmaker has their first movie that doesn't exist, if you will. But I just started making movies with my friends, and then from there started meeting some other filmmakers, and then just kind of I haven't played music since, but I think film kind of has like that same sort of spark that I had with music, especially like being a drummer and knowing like pacing and tempos and stuff like that. My day job is video editing, actually. So I've kind of just taken some of that knowledge from the music industry and try to apply it to film.
Now, you were a drummer in a grindcore band?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's impressive. Now, were we talking triggers here, or are you going full double?
Full double.
My man. There you go.
He ain't no bitch.
Dude, that's fucking hardcore. No pun intended? No.
I mean, it's there.
Dude, that's awesome. Also, we're not going to let you get away with talking about your first film that nobody's ever going to see. Can give us the synopsis on it?
Okay. Gosh, it was called the movie's called Agares, and I don't think you can find it online anywhere. But if you're lucky, maybe there's a trailer or something like that. It was a story about like a group of friends who run into a person who's possessed by a demon named Isabel. And I remember shooting it when I went to St. Edward's. I actually went to I went to a university before I went to film school, and I was just getting a business degree there. But I remember writing a letter to the school in my senior year where I could take one of these electives, and I wanted to take a filmmaking class. But in order to even get into the class, you have to be some kind of like a photography major, if you will. But I just wrote a letter that said, "Hey, I really want to make a movie, and I hope you guys can put me in this class." And basically from there, they let me in the class, and I started making some movies from there.
What were you trying to get a degree in? You're going for business?
Yeah, I got a degree in digital media. So just kind of like the whole business side of the music, film, and gaming industry.
God, I don't like you. You're so productive, and it seems like you're pretty much good at everything you do.
Well, I work like a firefighter. I kind of work 2 days in a row and then just like sleep one full day after that.
Oh.
You see, Clark gives me shit for doing stuff like that. He's always you're burning the candle from both ends.
You are. You don't take a day. He takes a day. You take no days.
Yeah, and I'm not anywhere near as good at anything.
You sleep for 5 hours. You have a weird military fasting system.
Yeah. Not working out very well either. Especially when we got a bunch of cotton candy in the house. I'm just like, I'm just going to eat that. Now, where do you see your career in the future?
Well, I hope to get into directing more. I work as a first AD a lot on set, so that's with like dealing with the whole scheduling and safety protocols, communication between departments, stuff like that. So I hope to do more like assistant directing work, so that way I can start directing some movies that people will see and things like that.
Now you say that, yet camping fun. Now, okay, we deal with a lot of just found footage movies in general, and a lot of short films. And you have one of the best reach. You've accomplished a lot of reach with your found footage short. So, like, did that come from your digital marketing background, or like?
Good question. I started like re-editing this. Like I said, I shot it 7 years ago. I never actually really did anything with the short, and then when quarantine hit, I picked up the project again, and I didn't really have any intentions on giving it like a full release. Essentially, I was trying to teach myself how to do sound design, because we recorded with like a little shotgun mic that's attached to the camera, so the sound wasn't very good. And I bought like $1,000 editing suite, and I was like, I'm gonna teach myself how to do sound design, because before I used to just I actually have taken on a few sound designer gigs on short films, and I used to just spend hours and hours at it until it just sounded good, but like when quarantine hit, I was like, I'm actually gonna learn the rules of sound design, because I think that's just like a job that's in a little bit of a higher demand than just video editing. You know, you need the sound to your film to be polished just as much as your video looks polished. So I picked it up and I just kind of started, you know, re-editing it. But when I decided to submit it to some festivals and sort of market it, I had never made a website before. I really didn't know much about like search engine optimization, but I kind of just went down a rabbit hole with that too and learned how to properly, like, you know, share your movie and market your movie.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to actually get to talk to you and realize that you're a fan too. Because on the other end of that, when you see a movie that's being well marketed, sometimes the movie ain't very good and the person behind it's not very into it. And I'm so glad that you have the reach you do and you're like a true believer. Is that like a hack thing?
It's more culty.
More culty, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just glad to have you on the found footage team.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Tom, I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that a lot of sound designers, most sound designers, are not former drummers of grindcore bands. You know, I think that's very special skill on your end, because I would imagine that, you know, how are your eardrums not trash?
Oh, they are though. They are. They totally. I can't hear anything half the time. I'm always like, what is that? What is that? Yeah, I definitely, my ears definitely got shot from playing a lot of the shows before.
Randy, you're kind of in the same boat too, yeah?
Mine's not too bad. I've always been a very safe and boring person, so I've wore earplugs most of the time, like pretty early on. But I do have a little bit of tinnitus.
Tom, did you go no ear plugs?
No, I didn't. Yeah, no, I went no earplugs.
Tom. I go to a show, I put earplugs in.
Yeah, he lectured me on it. I still have earplugs in my
I watch a movie downstairs with Russell, I have to put earplugs in.
In my battle jacket, I got some fucking earplugs that Clark was like, you need to wear these. Like fucking band dad. Also, I should let you know, Clark, because I know you're not in the genre of music that me and Randy usually lay claim. Hardcore straight edge kids would totally wear earplugs. The grindcore community, I don't think that.
Is that where it falls off?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, Thomas, did you know that our engineer was a hardcore kid who recently broke edge because he lives next to a brewery?
Nice.
It's been a couple years, but yeah, I was straight edge / sober till I was about 29.
Yeah, it was right for 30. You're like, no, it's all going down from here.
Now, Thomas, I want to thank you because, of course, we reached out to you kind of late, and Clark's got his impromptu business trip, vacation. How are you looking at it?
Vacation.
That he's leaving in like 2 hours.
I was like, hey, go to Phoenix. It's 95.
And you are the first guest that we've ever had that emailed us a list of like fun facts and things to talk about. And it couldn't have been better timing. And what it really gave me was a sense of just how prepared you must come into all these projects. Like, I don't know, man. Good foresight here.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I definitely prepare for my film projects, but this is the first podcast I've ever done.
Bullshit.
No, it is.
I don't understand that. That's so weird. First off, I mean, do you listen to podcasts?
I do.
Yeah, then once you start listening to them, you realize just how fucking many there are. And
I believe there was one, I may get the numbers wrong, but it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.2 million podcasts were started during the pandemic.
Started?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm glad we're so original over here. Nobody has a guest come on short nose and abuses them. She goes late and then talks that. Yeah, Thomas, thank you for that. And God, I can't believe it. Normally, the horror community, like you were mentioning earlier, they've been getting more and more thoughtful throughout the years. And I think a lot of them just turn right into podcasting and they kind of, just talk about the Friday the 13th franchise for 5 episodes and then decide if they want to keep going or not. So normally whenever we talk to people, we usually have they have guest fatigue. Like they come in here and they're like, all right, I'm going to do another one of these shits. Like actually some of our best interviews were people that we probably shouldn't have been talking to that were just like, I don't give a fuck. Like who's the homie that
a little punchy
saw our Saw homie,
Darren
Sawtooth.
Lynn Bousman.
Yeah, like dude, we had Bousman on here, and he just did not give a fuck, and that's kind of like, I don't know, our sweet spot.
Yeah, he was just talking shit for an hour, and I made him talk about Jigsaw's penis in Saw 4. I mean, am I not gonna bring up? That's the only thing I remember from Saw 4, and Saw 4 is a good film.
All right, now in that beautiful email you wrote us, you put some fun facts about Camping Fun. One of them is it says it's also available on Zerb TV.
Yeah. We won an award at the Independent Shorts Awards, and one of the perks of winning your category was like a distribution on Zerb TV.
What the hell is Zerb TV?
Or maybe it's pronounced XERB. I'm not.
I have no idea. Yeah, my fault.
It's one of those subscription. It's one of those like subscription sites that you can kind of stream a bunch of short films that are like in the festival circuit right now.
Oh,
I didn't know about that. I'm
very
gonna
useful.
Google that. Now, you also put in here that you have a feature in development.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, we're taking Camping Fun and we're reworking the story a little bit to kind of develop it into a new story, but the same sort of catharsis. But yeah, we're writing the script right now and hope to be able to, maybe shop it around to a few places to see if we can get some financing for it.
You totally will. Dang, I have to make a decision here. Camping Fun's available on YouTube, right?
Yes.
All right.
And POV Horror as well. That'll be May 2nd, I think. We're actually releasing on POV Horror.
Okay, do me a favor. You got to move Night in the Woods up on your queue. I think the type of film you like to make and the group dynamic will really play well for you. And I don't want to go into that anymore. So
yeah, and I can give you all at least a brief synopsis of what we're gonna do with this feature development. But essentially the short film was 4 friends go out on a remote weekend getaway trip in Texas, ultimately being stalked, trailed, and compromised by a sinister cult of woodsmen. But for the feature, we're actually going to do a story about 2 brothers who are going out to their grandparents' remote family ranch to celebrate their grandma's 100th birthday.
Congratulations.
And we're still gonna go. We're still gonna, turn this into kind of like a cult, like a sinister cult story. But I guess I'll just leave it at that for now.
Look, that's fine. Just don't make it more like.
Don't make it more like.
No, make it more like Webcast, not Paranormal 5.
Webcast is a great movie. I love Webcast.
Is it Paranormal 5 or Paranormal 4?
Paranormal
4 sucks.
That's the one with the Xbox.
Yeah.
The infrared.
Yeah, 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do 4.
No. I remember listening to y'all's podcast with Ricky Umberger, and y'all were talking about Paranormal Activity 4, and I was just laughing to myself because I love Paranormal Activity, but man, something happened with that 4th one that just, it wasn't very good.
Yeah, there's another example.
That may have been the first time where I was visibly angry in the theater.
At 4?
At 4.
Why were you angry?
Because it made me angry.
You're not guaranteed a good film.
I didn't say that. It just offended.
Then why did you pull a knife out?
That's what I do. That's my nature.
And again,
I'm stabby by nature.
You can't discount that movie because fucking the paranormal community gripped on to that fucking Xbox infrared thing. That's
fine. Just the ending was terrible.
That technology's so defunct now too.
I know.
What the fuck was that?
Kinect?
The Kinect. I still have mine.
Do you? I never got one.
Dude, Thomas, come over. Let's make a movie. We're going to bring back the Kinect infrared.
Count me in.
So, Tom, when so you're getting everything ready to make the feature for Camping Fun, but while you were making the short for Camping Fun, looks like you spent some time in the hospital.
Yeah, interesting story. There's a scene in the film where our actor is investigating this abandoned house, and because it was found footage, we had the crew blocked maybe 200 yards away from this house, so that way we're not in the frame or anything like that. we didn't really know what the actor was going to do. We gave him a few prompts, and essentially he smashed this window without us really blocking that out. And he took that flashlight that's in his hand, smashed the window, and actually went through the whole take that you kind of see in the film. But afterwards, when we kind of met up with him, we just saw like his whole hand had been cut like straight open, and and ironically enough, like right at the same time, one of our actresses was kind of feeling a little ill, saying that she like got bit by a spider.
Oh.
Because we were out in the hill country, and that we saw some gnarly critters out there, like the brown recluse. I remember seeing one of those. Thank God she didn't get bit by one of those, because I think those are like pretty deadly. if I remember. Yeah, but we essentially like we just to be on the safe side, we were like, all right, we're gonna go to the hospital and just get this all checked out. And we had driven maybe 3 hours east of Austin to get to this shooting location. Except when we were trying to find the hospital, I think the closest one was like 20 or 30 miles away. So we really essentially spent most of the shoot just trying to find the hospital and then being there. So I think we really only shot that film for like 1 day, essentially.
Now, you were making a found footage movie. Did you have a camera rolling while you were looking for the hospital?
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
No, because you're actually thinking about humans.
I know. I guess I'm immoral. I'd be like, this is great.
We're working liability at that point.
There was this other interesting story too that happened, because like after our actors were okay. It turned out the spider bite, like our actress was fine. We got our other guy bandaged up, and like everything was good. And so we actually went back to the house to shoot. It was maybe like 10 or 11 at night. So we're shooting some of the like later scenes in the movie. There's this one scene where we're like running after our buddy just gets chainsawed in half, and then what you don't necessarily see in one of the takes we didn't actually use, but during one of those live takes, we see like these 2 trucks drive onto the property, and we had reserved the property knowing that no one was really gonna be bothering us during the weekend. But we saw these 2 trucks like stumble on the property, and these like 4 or 5 guys just get out of their trucks, and they all have like guns on them, and we were just like scared shitless. I think we were all maybe like 21 years old at the time or something when we were filming this. And, we even had teenagers and their moms on set. Like, so it was so awkward. It was so embarrassing. We didn't even know who these guys were, but essentially they were hunting hogs, and they pretty much just like broke onto the property like illegally to hunt these hogs. And we had to basically kick them off.
How did that go?
Oh boy.
And did you have a camera rolling?
Oh, I wish. We actually got a little bit of it on camera. Not the interaction with the fellows, but them pulling onto the property was actually in one of our takes.
Well, Tom, come on, man. You've watched 750 found footage movies. And in that early 2000 period, there was always that line that had to be in there where they're like, keep rolling, don't stop filming, whatever you do. And that didn't run through your head?
Well, it did, but I could tell that at one point when we were still rolling that like the actors were starting to break character, because I go by Tommy in the film, but like just my friends call me Tom. So when they're like, we're seeing these trucks get on the property, and some of the actors are like, what the fuck is that? What the hell is that? And then, I'm still rolling the camera, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, Tom, what the hell is that? And, at that point, like, I knew that this wasn't staged or anything like that. And I just shut off the camera to kind of see, like, what the heck was really happening.
That's how you get that verisimilitude. Real breaking character.
All right, everyone listening, take a shot.
Now, so the actress wasn't bit by a spider?
She was. It just wasn't, we just had to get it checked out to be sure. Like, she was fine, but we were already taking our other actor to the hospital anyway. So we're like, hey, get in the car. We'll go get it checked out.
Well, here's what you do with the hog situation. Tom, I'm always looking to cut a deal. So, I mean, maybe what should have happened is that. So, how long was the schedule for you were supposed to be at this location?
2 days.
See, here we go. Here's what you should have done. You should have cut a deal with the hog hunters and say, look, you can be in this area, you can hunt your hog, but we're going to get a piece of that hog. Boom. Therefore, your catering's taken care of. You can feed everyone. You got the pig. Bing, bang, boom. Everybody's happy.
Genius.
Thank you so much.
I thought you were going to go in the direction of work them in the movie. Like, oh, fuck, there's a cult, but the hog hunters have arrived.
Yeah, like, y'all can be
You gotta
here.
take care of the stomach first. Wait, say again, Tom?
It's just like, yeah, y'all can be here. Just need you to sign these release forms.
Yeah. They'd probably do it. They'd probably do it.
I just need you guys to reset and drive back onto the property again. Just make sure you have those guns on you, too.
Yeah, I mean, look, as long as you weren't a game warden, like, they were fine. Like, that's a big thing. They were probably just worried that, you know, you weren't a game warden, so that was the big thing.
If anything, I was so scared, like, not even knowing who these people were, knowing that they were getting on the property illegally. I was just like, I actually don't even, I think when they, this happened so long ago, but just talking about it now, I'm starting to recall it a little bit better. Like, I remember when they did pull onto the property, I kind of went more towards like the base camp area just to make sure like everyone was like safe there and not like wandering around. And I kind of had my co-director at the time just like diffuse the situation with those guys. I just kind of told them, we got to get these guys off the property.
Now, the film Camping Fun, that would be like, if we want to get like, here, to bring it into terms that might make sense, you know how the metal community, we break up all the subgenres into smaller subgenres. And, there's like 3 waves of black metal and there's, grindcore. Now, in the found footage tree of subgenres, Camping Fun would fall under snuff fiction, where it's kind of like, the audience, we found a tape or something and we're watching basically a series of murders, or like whoever was filming the tape, how they lost possession of it. And I'm curious, what would be another subgenre of found footage that you'd like to venture into, with others being, like faux documentary, POV?
Yeah, well, actually, I just finished writing a script to a found footage film. I wish I could talk about it, but right now I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing with it. But I know that I want to work in a story about like creatures.
Cool.
I love found footage, creature stories. I love the cult and occult vibes. And then mockumentary too is just such a great genre as well. But I think, besides the Camping Fun, feature development, which we're still going to stick with cults and the whole cult history, I really want to make a creature found footage one day.
Now, how would that be like, would the storytelling device be like a cryptid hunter
with hogs?
It's not a bad idea. Have y'all seen The Hunted? That was like a Josh Stewart found footage movie.
Oh,
not the Benicio del Toro, Tommy Lee Jones.
That's a really good one. It's actually about like it's Ronnie Jean Blevins, Josh Stewart. They have this hunting show and they go out into the wilderness to record their latest or their pilot episode or something like that. And then it dives into the whole like paranormal backstory of the woodlands area that they're in. But it's really good. I would totally recommend it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, and Josh Stewart and Ronnie Blevins, they're both in like the Dark Knight movies, and they're in a whole bunch of stuff. They're actually really really good at what they do.
And you got the producers of The Collector and The Collection on here too.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, rad. All right, how is this one available?
Yes, it is. I know you can at least rent it on Amazon, but that should be free somewhere.
All right, I'm checking that out probably tonight. Oh, and IMDb puts up their Man Versus on there. Well, what a bummer. Have you checked that one out?
Yeah, I like that one. And by the way, The Hunted's on Tubi and Vudu free. I just looked it up.
Oh, I'm down with Tubi. I've recently jumped on Tubi after paying for Hulu and being forced to watch like a minute and a half of commercials during shows, and then jumping on Tubi and it's like, oh, one commercial 4 times during a movie. I can handle that.
But did you know really quick? that there's like 300 found footage movies on Tubi?
You know, I didn't know that. How do you know that?
Well, I have a list on Letterboxd, and I just kind of called like 3 found footage movies on Tubi, and I'd say like every couple weeks I just kind of recheck the site and scroll through the horror movie section, and yeah, they have like over 300. So my Letterboxd name is the Movie Archive, and I think I have like maybe 20 found footage lists on there that are all kind of broken up to like one's found footage creatures and legends and myths. One's like found footage occult. I even have like a found footage time travel list. So yeah, you can catch the Tubi one on there too.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to add you on Letterboxd. I've been trying to get back in there. I feel a lot of pressure to actually review everything as I watch it, and that ends up. Yeah, but you're good at it.
Well, I don't have many reviews. I'm not much of like a critic reviewer, you know, because I like pretty much every movie I watch. I find something, you know, joyful to watch in everything that I watch. And so you'll see on my Letterboxd, I don't even have anything that's like rated below 2 stars.
Yeah, I think I'm there with you. Except these two idiots give me shit for it all the time.
Your rating system makes zero logical sense. A 3 stars worse than a 1 star because I would watch a 1 star again, but I'd never even think about a 3 star. It makes zero sense.
Thomas, super quick. I base on entertainment.
By the way, Thomas, it's not going to be super quick.
Entertainment value. So a 1 star is a movie that I hate, and when it comes up, I have to talk about how much I hate it. And a 3 is something, you know, it was cool, but you probably don't remember watching it. That tracks, right?
No.
Yeah.
See, Thomas,
it does not track. It does not track. In no universe is a 1 star better than a 3 star, and that's what you're saying.
Well, not better. It's just, you know, you're more inclined to have an interesting conversation about a 1 than a 3.
You need to reevaluate your life and your ratings.
Well, like Tommy Wiseau's The Room, you know, that's like a 1 star movie, but everybody loves it.
No. Now we're going down a deep, dark hole now. But
are you going to defend that position?
No, I really have to pee.
Okay. You're free to. Tom, I feel like we need to offer you a job. Like, if UF ever makes money, we got to get you on staff. Like,
hey, I'll volunteer. I don't have a lot of time, but hey, count me in for whatever y'all need.
How do you, well, from what I hear, you got a day where you rest. We'll just have to cut that one in half.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, get that Russ lifestyle going. So Tom, thanks again, man. Before we cut you loose, how can people get in contact with you? So any social media, websites, what you got?
Yeah, my website is thomas-burke.com. You can follow me on Instagram at either Camping Fun Found Footage. I have like a whole movie collection page where I kind of showcase my action figure collection and Blu-ray steelbook collections. I have over 2,000 hard copy movies. You can follow me there at the Movie Archive. My personal Instagram, it's Tomyo, and then Twitter at Camping Fun Found Footage, Camping Fun Movie.
All right, Russ, anything else for Tom before we cut him loose?
Now, Tom, congratulations. Camping Fun is great. And it captured a lot of people that don't normally get excited about found footage. So again, you're doing the Lord's work out there. And I'm so happy you took an hour out of your clearly very busy schedule to waste with us. Yeah. Thomas, man, I love you. And we got to talk more.
No, honestly, it was my pleasure. I really enjoyed talking to you guys too. Love you guys so much. Thank you again for everything and hope to join you guys again soon.
We'll do it. Thanks, Tom.